Hey guys, welcome to the live streaming of CGTN, and we are broadcasting live from Shanghai because the fourth CIIE, that is China International Import Expo, is on the way. And as you can see now, we're at the vehicle sector. Autonomous driving and clean energy has become driving forces to reshape the industry. And here we're talking about for years, but now we have to take a look because this year, those new cars with cutting-edge technology still surprises us. So let's take a tour with me, Rachel.
I'm Gong, and then at this year's CIIE, carbon neutrality, green technology have been the buzzword. So today we're going to take a tour at this General Motors to see what they have here for us. And then as you can see behind me, there's the hammer for this year's exhibition. And then today I'm joined by Mr. Felix Weller. He's the, introduce yourself to our camera.
First of all, thanks for coming to our stand. My name is Felix Weller. I'm the Vice President of General Motors China Premium Imports. So thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Felix. So we see like the hammer is so cool behind us. Tell us more about what's so special about the car.
Sure. So first of all, it's General Motors' global strategy to achieve zero emissions, zero crashes, and zero congestions. One of the enablers to do that is our Ultium platform that you can see behind the Hummer, which is going to be our new propulsion system, which is very flexible and scalable. So what we can achieve with this very innovative product is we can deliver anything from a mass market attainable vehicle all the way to something like a super truck that you see behind us.
And also electric, right?
It is electric, absolutely. So for the first time, we're able to build a super truck of this proportion with extraordinary off-road capabilities, at the same time with really superb on-road capabilities. Just to put this into perspective, this car is able to do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 3 seconds.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And also I heard about the panels. You can actually put the panels instead of taking up more space behind the car, but here in the engine box, sort of like that.
Well, since there is no engine anymore, there is no engine box. Correct. But I could talk all day about this car. There's so many cool features. One of them is the crab walk, which means that the car can actually tilt the rear wheels by about 10 degrees, and it can drive diagonally, which allows the car to really surmount really difficult obstacles in difficult terrain. I think what you should do is, if you want to check out the roof, we should go around the car and have a look inside.
Sure. So my colleagues later will go inside. So why don't you show us the roof? Can I see the panels there?
So I will have my colleague Nang Nang help you with the internal view of the car.
Of course.
I'll hand over to you.
Hello. Okay, so thank you for your very fantastic introduction. And I can see that this pickup truck looks so futuristic.
Yes.
So I can't wait to take an inside tour with Anna from GM. So let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Wow. So you will say in that next step, right? So I can see that the steer wheels and there are two huge pads in front of me, and I have to admit that sitting inside of this futuristic car, the whole experience is very comfortable and more comfortable than I expected. I think the space here is very broad and range, so giving us a very comfortable experience. But we have to admit that we can see those very complicated equipments, and we can see the dashboard. I think, to be honest, what surprises me the most is because that many consumers will fear that as an EV car, its acceleration space is not so fast, but it can actually achieve about 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3 seconds. I mean, wow, how do we achieve that? What's the secret behind it?
That's quite amazing. Actually, this car is empowered by GM's Ultium platform. Ultium platform is GM's self-developed EV platform. It covers the battery technology, the electric motor technology. It's all, so amazing. And just like you said, the acceleration is so powerful. We can achieve that in just 3 seconds. This is very special mode. We call it watts to freedom. And watts is, electric.
Wow, that is very romantic. It's a perfect combination of lifestyle and technology. And as we mentioned, that pickup truck represents a lifestyle, and we want to see that it can lead to, we call that comprehension that the EV car, they have the high consumption of the gas, but it can lead to zero emissions. How do we achieve that?
I would say electrification can achieve anything. Just like our, Busim unlimited possibilities set.
Yes.
It can achieve everything. We can electrify actually every model, cover every segment, every brand.
Wow, that is...
It's all comes down to our ultimate platform.
Yes, that is very eye-opening. And when we drive the pickup truck, we want to, share some family times, and we have to, use it in outdoor activities.
Yeah.
So it must have a strong adaptability to adjust to it to the difficult roads and, different and complicated circumstances. And we know that this car got a very special function called crab walk.
Yes.
It's a very interesting name. Please introduce us a little bit more about it.
Maybe we can close the door first.
Yes. Wow.
And lower.
You lower the window?
Yeah, lower the window.
Okay. Oh, how do we lower?
Oh, okay, we can 先踩这个踏板。
好。
Yeah.
Wow, the engine is on.
Yeah. There's no engine.
Okay, no
Don't
engine.
forget.
The electric is on. Button is on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We are lowering our window.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick demo of our crab walk.
Sure, I can't wait.
As you can see, the crab walk mode is activating.
Ah.
Now there is a real-time camera view of our real wheels.
Yeah. Wow.
So you can try to steer the wheel a bit and to see how it moves. Just make it quick.
Ah. Okay.
Yep, see that.
Yeah. I mean, it surprises me as we can have a look at the back of this back of this car.
Yeah.
And wow.
So crab walk is all about our diagonal drive functionality.
Yes. I mean, the four wheels, they kind of move like in real time together.
This is the camera view. So when you make the rear wheels kind of like has its independent movement capability, you actually make it the car, more, I would say, easier to conquer all difficult terrains.
Yeah, so especially on the narrow roads, right?
Yeah, on the tight trails.
Wow, that is amazing.
Really a master of all terrains.
Yes, and we can see that, I have to admit that this path make me very impressive as well, because we have the 360 degree of panorama, and we can get a look at the view under the vehicle. As we can see this path, we can see the 360 degree of panorama, and we can see the views under the vehicle. We can see the the tough road conditions. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So we got installed about 18 cameras?
Yeah, 18 cameras. It's quite a lot. It gives you the confidence, when you are off-roading, you need to know, exactly what around you. You're taking all the surroundings to help you make the good judgment.
Yeah. About these 18 cameras, are they smart ones with, artificial, facial recognition technology?
I would say this panorama view, it's kind of like you put together all the sensor signals and just put it in the big picture.
Yeah.
So that's how we make this happen.
Yeah, and speaking about the adaptation ability of the difficult roads, we have another very special function called air suspension mode.
Yeah,
right?
actually,
we are.
This very special mode is called extra mode. It means when you are in some very tight, very difficult terrains conditions, like you are fording waters or you are encountering some boulders, you need to have the extra clearance to get past it.
Yes.
And actually right now we are in the extra mode. If you can see, the suspension is already lifted. But now what we're going to do is lower the suspension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you showcase to us?
Sure.
Could you please? Thank you. You press this button?
Yeah, and you can see now we are in the entry. It's lower. Right?
Vehicle lowering.
Yeah,
wow.
It's happening right now.
We can tell from this pad as well.
Oh, it's not obvious, but from the outside,
yeah, we can see it is lowering the car, and we can do it again to showcase to our audiences.
It's right now. It's
lower mode. We can rise it up again.
But, we do that. I'm not sure if we can process all that information when you're not completing the previous one, but.
Oh, it is elevating.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what's so special about this suspension mode and suspension function?
This is called adaptive air suspension. So it helps you adapt to different kind of situations. We have the lower mode and the normal mode and also the extra mode.
Yeah, I think apart from its very beautiful decorations inside, we can notice that the car roofs looks very beautiful as well. And you know, the car roofs can make the whole trip, especially your family trip, with your kids, with your family members, to turn it into a very romantic trip. You can actually lie down and admire the starlights above your head. So, but we have been noticed that this function, this sky roofs, the car roofs can be removable. It's removable, right?
Yeah. Actually, we have a very romantic name for that. It's called Infinity Roof.
Infinity. Wow.
Yeah.
Like infinity stone.
Limitless. Possibilities, unlimited possibilities.
Wow, that is
of your life.
A name.
Yeah, you can feel connected with the nature.
Yes, and I got a question that after we remove the car roofs, where should we put them?
That's a good question. You can put them in the bed, but there's a special place we can keep them. Let me help you take it out.
Yes.
So there is a special button.
Oh, which one? I can press for
it. It's
this one.
Let me do that for you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, we can see that.
So that's what we call the e-trunk. Because in the past, this is where we keep the engine, but now with electrification, the engine's gone, and we can have this extra spare room for storage. This is where we can keep the panels when they're removed.
Yeah, let's get off the car and have a look. And we have admired strong adaptability on the difficult roads, and we can see the car roofs where we can put the car roofs here. But I have a question that what is the range miles? What is the distances of this EV? Because many people fear that, because they have to drive on the difficult roads, outdoor activities. So what is the range miles of it?
Actually, our mileage is up to 560 kilometers or 350 miles on a single charge.
Yeah, that's been a very fantastic ride. So thank you so much, Anna, for joining our ride. So go on. So we have admired this very futuristic car, and I have to mention that this car made its debut in China, and it's an electric, it's an EV pickup truck, so it's a very futuristic style. And join me again with my colleague Gaoang.
Yeah, I think this is a really great experience.
Yes, I think it's very futuristic EV car.
Yeah, sure. So now Felix and I are going to introduce you more about how GM helps with carbon neutrality goal, and also what's the global trend of the electrification. So tell us more about it. China has set a goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2060. What kind of role will GM play?
So I think China's and GM strategy are really well aligned, which is great. GM's goal is to achieve carbon neutrality by 2040 and tailpipe emissions to be cut completely by 2035. This is why General Motors has invested $35 billion US. One of the investments is something you can see here.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Is our Ultium platform. Yeah. Sure, why don't we go?
And Felix, I heard about I also saw an advertisement that we can step on it, right?
Absolutely, let's step on it.
Oh yeah, sure. So this is like a battery base, right?
Correct. It's not just a battery. This is a whole propulsion system. So Ultium is obviously the battery pack, but it's also the drivetrains and all the electronics that go with it.
Every electric car here at GM needs to have this, right?
So the strategy is, yeah, absolutely.
I feel like this is so solid. I shall see. Yeah.
So the interesting thing for us will be that this, as you can see, is very flexible. This is one, I would say, application of Ultium. The Hummer that you see will basically have double the amount of batteries on the stack.
Like double layers.
Correct. So obviously, for a car this size, with the off-road capabilities it has to have, it needs more power, it needs more range. So we are very flexible in doing this. But going back to your question on how is GM going to achieve this, the interesting thing for us is that China as a market is really interesting because it's always about upgrading. right? People want to have a better car, they want to have a nicer car. We believe that it's not always about adding the price point, but it's also enabling different lifestyles. And the Chinese consumer is now doing, for example, glamping, which is quite cool. So they rediscover China as a beautiful country, and we have the products to help them with it. So from our perspective, we want to give the Chinese consumer a product that allows them to enable their lifestyles, but do it in a sustainable way. And this is why we feel like GM and China's strategy of carbon neutrality are very well aligned.
That's quite important what you said, and then this is very solid and it's very a major part for the NEVs. And also the reason why we're standing here is because it's the idea behind GM is that everyone could be included, no matter it's for a sports car or it's for a luxury SUV or for a truck. It can be included and very diverse.
Absolutely. Yeah. The campaign in the US is called Everybody In.
Everybody In.
And that's what we think. We think that Ultium enables everybody to have an EV.
So that's really cool. China is also the largest market of the EV, right? Here.
Absolutely. We actually believe that China's power in the market for electrification will first of all drive a lot of technology adaptation, which is great because that means that a lot of customers are already accepting electric mobility, and this allows us as General Motors to really dive into this segment, but maybe do it a bit differently and bring in cars like the Hummer and maybe other applications that we'll see in the future coming to China.
Sure. Thank you, Felix. Thank you so much for your introduction. We'll be heading to another one, but thank you so much. Hope there one day we can wait for Hammer to be released here in China.
Well, thank you for coming to the stand. I appreciate you coming here.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Rachel and I will be heading to other vendors and take a tour and follow us and leave any comments if you have.
Yes, what impresses you most during this exhibit here?
I think being like the global trend of electrification is very important.
Yes.
Actually, global car makers are sparing no efforts to join the trend. Also, now China is the largest market of NEVs.
Yes.
So they are seeing great potential here. So yesterday I also talked to Porsche and also General Motors and Ford, and they all told me that it's very important that the new energy and but still a lot of challenges ahead.
Yes, and I have to admit that we have talked about this concept for several years, but now this new technology, including IOV, that is Internet of Vehicles, the artificial intelligence, and the autonomous driving, they just keep evolving and being applied to different and more scenarios, and they're rooted in the true and actual scenario. That's what makes me very happy about that, because that's the real evaluation about that, right?
Sure, but before heading to more car makers, we're now coming to one of the world's largest car tire maker, Michelin. So what has been so attention grabbing is this race car. If you want to take a closer look at this one. So according to what they said, this is also electric. So it's very important.
Yes. We can see that this is a racing car and it's with this very cutting edge technology. So let this lady to introduce it to us.
Hello, we're from CGTN. Thank you so much for joining us on our show today. So can you please give a brief introduction of yourself before we start the session?
Okay. Hello, I'm Sharon Zhou. I'm the Brand and Communication Director for Michelin in China. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have seen the race car. So tell us more about what's so special about the race car here.
Okay. So there's several highlights of motor racing car. First is the first exhibition. Okay. So it's the first exhibition object that arrived at CIIE this year. So it's the first past the customs clearance. And secondly, it's a hydrogen-powered racing car. Yes. So there's zero pollution. So it's only the water vapor that it emits. So yeah, and then.
So all these tires are from Michelin.
From Michelin, that's right.
So what's so special about this?
You see the 46. So that means 46% of this tire is made from the sustainable material.
So 46 of all the materials are from
sustainable materials. Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow! So what in total? How many materials in total?
If you look at 100%, so 46, nearly half of them are sustainable material.
Half of them.
Yes.
So what are some advantages of the material besides it's sustainable?
Well, it's at Michelin we always have the from track to street concept. So we use the track as the most severe lab for our technology test. So all this technology from this tire will later be used in civilian product development.
I see. That's quite incredible. And we also see behind us, the whole exhibition hall is like a pavilion, right? It's like a garden.
Yes,
so
you're right.
why you're building this way?
Yeah. So the creative concept of our booth is the Garden 4.0. So 4.0. Yeah, so it's a combination of Chinese traditional garden and also the industry 4.0 concept.
And then you have like the gold, the fire, the water. So that's very traditional. The 5 traditional concepts in the traditional Chinese history.
Yes.
And then why this way?
Yeah. So as I said, we really use the Chinese philosophy. So it's really like you said, 金木水火土, the 5 windows.
This
For
is
example,
the 水, right? This is
exactly.
water.
This is the water window. So you see the Wisamo, it's the wingsuit mobility. So this technology has been developed by Michelin and 2 inventors of Swiss. So you see, if you whip on here with some wind, then the boat will start to sail.
Oh, so
And
the video is going to be according to my gesture here.
Exactly, yes. And now you see this. This is automated. Yeah. So this is automated, retractable, and foldable. So it will help to save the ceiling energy consumption by 20%.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So it uses Michelin's design idea and also the type. Not tire, right?
Tire. This is a new technology for the ocean transportation.
Has it been put into use?
Not yet. By year 2022.
I see. So after water, we're going to come to the next section. 那水之后是 what's the
wood?
It's wood. It's 木 as another very important metaphor here in Chinese
Right.
history.
So here you see the leaves from the rubber tree.
Yeah, if you want to take a closer look, it's called green gold. Why is it called green gold?
Green Gold is one of the projects that Michelin launched in Brazil. So if by that project, we help to protect the rainforest, help to protect the bio-ecosystem in the country, and also create more jobs for the local communities.
So it's quite like a sustainability in every aspect, right? Not only car maker or like not only auto making, social responsibility. That's very important.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
So what's about this one?
It's fire. It's the window of fire.
So after water and wood, we're now coming to the fire section.
Yes. So you see behind on the screen is the factory of Michelin in Shenyang and also in Shanghai. And this tire is called. Yeah.
Green manufacturing.
Yeah, this tire is the PS Pilot Sport EV.
Pilot Sport
So
EV.
by EV, it means it's a tire specifically for the new energy vehicle.
Oh wow!
It will help to reduce the rolling resistance, and then you can run longer with one charge of electricity.
So it can save a lot of part of the energy, right? A large amount of energy.
Right, and also it's more silent and more comfortable.
Oh, it's more silent, yeah. So the city will have less hustle and bustle from the road if we all use this kind of tire.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the last,
Corn.
not the last, but like
yeah, maybe you don't expect to see a corn, at a tire.
Yeah, at an auto pavilion here
Yes,
in CIIE.
So this is the window of Earth.
Earth.
Yeah, because corn grow out of the earth.
I heard about this is from northeastern China, right?
Yeah, from Heilongjiang.
It's from Heilongjiang,
Yeah,
from here,
and also
a long
it-
way to Shanghai.
Yeah, and also it reflects the spillover effect of CIIE. Because in last year, Michelin signed a contract at our booth at CIIE with the Chinese Agriculture University for a experiment project. So with that project, we use the Michelin agriculture tire to help to protect the soil.
So you have the agriculture tire.
We have. So it helps to protect the soil, and that corn is really the crop that grew out of the ground that we use the
So
Michelin
it's like
tire.
you planted something last year and then it now has
It
a
bear
harvest.
fruits.
Oh my god! And
Yes.
what about this part? It's our last one of the 5 concepts.
Yeah,
right?
this is the window of gold.
Gold.
So here it showcases our connected technology. So
Because
this
it's
is
called When Tire Talks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to take a closer look here, it's called Wind Tire Talks. So how tire talks?
Through this small object you see here, it's called the TMS, Tire Measurement System.
Okay.
So it's a smart mobility connected device.
So we can talk to tire.
So it will give all the information of your tire, the temperature, the pressure, and what is the most optimum speed for your vehicle, etc. So we use that for passenger car, for racing car, and also for the bus and truck fleets.
I see. And I also noticed that there is a corridor there. So I want to take a look. There is a green corridor, I shall say that.
It's the corridor of tomorrow.
It's a corridor. It's called a corridor of tomorrow. If we can take a closer look.
Forest of bamboos, again like in Chinese garden. The special thing is, if you click on any of the shining leaves, you'll see what magic it will bring to you.
Oh, take a closer look. We can touch it, right?
Second is coming.
Wow, so I'll become a person.
It's the expectations about tomorrow from all employees. So here, the lady is from our RDI Center of Michelin in China. So they express their expectations, their dream for tomorrow.
They're dreaming for
Yes,
tomorrow.
yeah.
So I guess sustainability will be the key word for Michelin this year at the CIIE.
You are very right. The sustainability and also low carbon is the theme of our booth of exhibition.
I think that also echoes China's goal of achieving the carbon neutrality by 2060 with all kind of technology. So what's your, I shall say, what are you looking forward to for the future?
Well, at Michelin, we have this global strategy of all sustainable approach. So our commitment is by year 2030, we will reduce the carbon emission by 50% comparing to year 2010. And by year 2050, we will be 100% carbon neutrality.
Thank you so much. That's so ambitious, but I believe there will be a day we can achieve that. So thank you so much. Thank you for your introduction. See you later. Yeah, Rachel, so we just came out from Michelin, and this is really amazing that we have seen so many materials.
Yes, brief introduction. I think what impresses me the most is that as a tire maker, we can see the exhibition hall is very green. And actually, when they make the tires and for the racing cars, the whole environment is so green and it made me feel so calm. That comparison, I think, illustrates the aims of China's aim is for to realize the carbon neutrality by 2060, and many of the car makers, they have been part of the accelerators to achieving its goal, right?
Yeah, sure. It's always a great tour here at the CIIE's Auto Pavilion. I mean, it's my first time come here reporting on the CIIE. So it feels very excited. And then, what about you? Have you been here before?
Yes, this is my first time ever into the exhibition hall of CIIE. And as I mentioned, all of these car makers, the new concept we talked about for years, but actually the involving technology and how it applies to different scenarios really impresses us.
So tell us more about our next stop.
Yes, our next stop is Pirelli. It's an Italian name, it's an Italian brand known for making the tires for the racing cars of F1. And for our audience, you're watching the live streaming of CGTN, so please stay tuned. We're gonna introduce you the fantastic and futuristic tires of the F1 racing cars. Wow, how exciting about that. And please do remember to leave your comments, right? Yeah. Me and Gao are happy to answer your questions during the live streaming. So please give me a thumb up and leave a comments and share it with your friends during the live streaming. And here we are now at this F1 racing cars.
The tires, so cool.
Yes, it's very futuristic racing cars, but we have to see that the tires is very, very romantic. We can see that here. You can notice that there is a glass. Let us take an inside look of this tire, and there are different sensors here to give us a brief introduction about this tire. And we can see that these tires, they can communicate with the cars. So let us give a closer look of this car. So these tires with different sensors, they can communicate with the cars, so they can detect the tire wears and also the temperature changes so that it can extend the life of these tires. And before we talk more about it, let's talk to the local staff here about it. Hello. Hi, welcome to our live streaming.
Sure.
And we see these tires, they're very futuristic and they can talk to the cars, right?
Yeah, just a moment.
We're looking for our interviewee, but before that, I noticed that there's some material there.
Yes.
What about those things, Rachel? Tell me more about. I think we've been have a look here yesterday. So are they all for sustainability?
Yes, they are very traditional materials to produce the tires, but we can mention, we can notice that there are some special, like very more special marks on the cover of this bottle.
Yeah, this one is green, and if you want to come down, this one is yellow, right?
Yes, and the green one represents that it's recyclable, and the yellow one means that it is renewable materials which can make up the tires.
You have a really good memory. I can't remember what they told us yesterday. So now are we having our guest? Hi. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you. Hello, this is Rachel from CGTN. Hello, welcome to our live streaming.
Welcome to us.
Buongiorno.
Oh.
Okay, so we noticed that Pirelli is known for producing the tires for the racing cars, and we have known that China is aiming to achieve the carbon neutrality by 2060, and we know that Pirelli is aiming to become one of the accelerators to achieve its goal. And I have seen that we have used some cutting edge technology, and let's go to this way,
yes, for sure.
including 5G technology and all of these sensors to make the tires actually communicate with the racing cars. I mean, wow, could you please tell us more about it?
No, for sure. Well, look, let's say that what you say at the beginning is the right truth. We are already 110 years racing.
Yes.
Okay, on top of Formula One, Pirelli, every day I can say is racing because we have 350 races every year.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Then we are in the high end of what is technology, okay? And with this open lab, that is Formula One, we are bringing inside all these experimental technologies to the normal car. And this is the last one, okay? We launched this product this year because it's this small sensor that I don't know if you can see inside.
Yes, we can take a closer look of this glass.
Okay?
So what's inside of it?
This is a sensor, okay, that is giving some feet forward to the car.
Yes.
Okay, you know that more or less a car have 300 sensors around, but there is no one that have a sensor on the tire.
Yes.
And the tire is collecting some information. It's like, this part of your finger. Then it's bringing to the car some information like temperature, pressure, loading, as well as the ID of the tire. From now on, the car knows perfectly which kind of car do you have. You can have a winter tire, summer, let's say an all-season tire, or maybe you have a race tire, and so on. And this you can adjust all your needs inside the cars. And this is bringing you advantage in terms of safety, and safety is also sustainability.
Yes.
And as you say, sustainability for us is part of our DNA.
Yes.
I don't know if you could see our tree of life. That is the Avea. This is the Avena Brasiliensis. It's where, let's say, the tires start because it's natural rubber.
Okay, we can see that.
Do you know how long it takes to make this drop of natural rubber? It takes 6 years.
6 years?
Yes.
Wow.
After 6 years, the tree is starting to give natural rubber. And this is something that we have to take care of, because here starts the life cycle of sustainability for Pirelli. We will be carbon free in 2030, and this is one of the most important goals. And also, all our production will be coming from renewable energy from 2025.
Yes, and the renewable sustainability and smart vehicles are the trends of the car making industrial chain. And we know that the cars are installed with the laser radars to detect the surrounding environment, and it's a bit different from the detectors and sensors on the tires, because on the radar lasers they can detect with their eyesight, right? But on the tires they can actually touch the road situations.
Yes,
here.
you're right. And also Pirelli have the technology of 5G already.
Yes.
This small sensor, you have already 5G technology.
Yes.
This is bringing, then you can be open, communicate with everybody, but not only the fact of the road,
yes.
but also you can perceive what is happening in front of you, because maybe in the future we will be connected with the car that are in front of us.
Yes.
And also several other things, maybe with the satellite or whatever else, and this is bringing safety for sure. And,
yes.
But imagine this advantage on the on the, let's say, how can I call you? When you have autonomous driving, then you don't have the driver anymore.
Wow.
Nobody will drive the car. Then you need more information to be more sure that what you are doing and what you can achieve is in the best way.
Yes, and with the development of 5G, the tires with sensor, we can call it smart tires, can achieve two purposes. The first one is can extend the life period of the tires because it can tell the drivers and tell the car owners about the tire situation, the road situations, and I think it's part of the sustainability because you don't have to change the tires so often. Right?
But you're right, because also the way that you wear the tire will be more, let's say, equilibrated.
Yes.
And this means that you can make more kilometers. But these kind of tires have also an ultra low rolling resistance. What it means that the effort to push the car is less. It means that you need less power, you need less fuel consumption, you need less energy on your batteries. Then you can achieve with less effort more mileage.
Yes, and with these practical purposes, we have another pioneer purposes. We are very excited to see the futuristic view about this smart tires. Just as you mentioned, with the development of 5G and IOV and also the satellite technology, we can communicate and connect the cars and connect the tires to the infrastructures, right?
Yes.
So it can have some more pioneer prospects. Please do tell us more about it.
But this is this will be the next steps, okay? Autonomous driving. Let's think that you are in a different circumstance.
Yes.
It's raining. The car knows that it's raining because maybe you are using some device to clean the window.
Yes.
But if you maybe you cannot, you don't know if your tire have 8 millimeters, 4 millimeters, 3 millimeters, which kind of component do you have? Then this means that with this kind of technology, you can give more feed forwards to the car in the way that you can make the right adjustment. And in this case, you are more safer. For sure, this will be the future. No way.
Wow, that is very eye-opening. And I've told that because EV is a trend, I really want to have a look at the tires of EV.
Yes, let's have a look. Come with me.
Yes.
I will show you our last technology.
That's it, right?
We call yes,
wow.
You can see here.
So how does it differ from the regular ones?
Let's say that for sure we have a huge advantage. Pirelli already today have more than 100 projects on what will be the future mobility in the next year. Then already now I know what will happen in 2025.
Yes.
Then I can design in agreement with our partnership with the OEMs, which will be the right technology. This is coming from there because we already saw what will happen in electrification of vehicles. And this is what we call elect. This is a specific Pirelli tire for ultra low rolling resistance. We have also the capacity to be a lighter tire with a strong, let's say, structure because electrical vehicles are heavier due to the battery today. But also inside we have some foam that is absorbing the noise because electrical vehicles, as you know, you don't have anymore the engine of the car because the combustion engine is not there anymore. Then the noise is important. It's also sustainability noise, okay?
Yes.
And everything is inside this technology, what we call elect. It's already on the market in several applications with several OEMs.
Can this tire be customized?
For sure, it's customized because like this one, you see here Volvo, this is Volvo. That is customized for Volvo. But we have several other brands already customized with this tire. Yes.
Okay, so I noted that there's a racing car, the F1 racing car right here. Let's have a look at that.
Yes. Let's say that starting from 2022, we will race not anymore with tires with 13-inch. But we will race with 18-inch.
Yes, I think
and
that
you see this huge tire is bigger, okay? Because this will bring more advantage on the race aspect because it will be more and more challenge.
Yes,
okay?
I think changing the wire from the 13-inch one to the 18-inch one really excited a lot of F1 followers and F1 fans.
Yes, because you're always asking more and more. Then with this kind of tires, you can bring more, let's say, can I say, performance on the circuit and on the event, but also you can do a lot of small things that we will even be more challenged for what will be the next year.
So apart from the silver confusion, with the silver cars, because the size is similar to the silver cars, and you have said it can greatly boost the performance of the F1 racing cars. But how? So why bigger size of the tires can boost the performance of the racing cars?
But okay, let's think that bigger is your rim.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, bigger can be your brakes.
Yes.
Because inside you can fit the brakes. Then bigger you have the brakes. Let's say you can brake at the last, let's say, second before to take a curve. Okay, but also the suspension will be different. The stiffness of the sidewall is different. Then you can have a more, let's say, directionability of the car, and then you can make something that with a smaller tire is impossible to do.
Okay. Yeah.
This is inside the structure. It's inside in which way you are building the tires.
Yes.
Okay? But again, for us, Formula One is the most important arena where we are bringing our R&D, and we are testing our tire for the future evolution on the normal cars. Then digital, sustainability, and race is the perfect fit for Pirelli to be leader, to take and to continue to be leader on the market.
Yes, and talking about sustainability, we have a last stop here to see about the cutting edge technology. How do they can extend the life period of tires? Because we can use some automatic seal for the tires and such cutting edge technology. So please give us a tour about that.
We have what we call let's say run flat tires and seal inside tires. Is extend the mobility. Okay, what it means extend mobility? You have a problem. You punch a tire, you have to stop.
Yes.
No, not anymore. Okay, you have time to go to run at least for another 80 kilometers.
Wow.
And to, let's say, go to repair the tire. But now today you have to stop. Maybe it's raining, maybe you are in a tunnel, maybe it's in a dark area, not safe. But with this kind of tire, okay, you go at home without any problem. This is we call lunetta, but it's a sidewall that is strengthened the sidewall by his own. That is self-supporting. Then you can run with zero air inside. Okay, but for the other side, we have what we call seal inside. Seal inside technology. This is a completely different way. You have like a glue here. You see, you can touch.
So
it's like a marmalade.
Use a different material, a special glue.
Yes, and when you have a nail, you can see here, you can remove the nail, the glue is going inside, and automatically is repairing the tire.
Yes.
That's it.
Wow.
And then you don't have to take care about nothing.
Yeah.
This is very good also for the ladies that they're not used to change tires, and also because cars are coming lighter and lighter. Then also you don't have the spare tire in the back. This is the technology that can fit with this purpose.
Yeah, and we can see from this photo, it's more clearer that if you have, something stick out of your tire, it can automatically seal inside.
You remove, and the seal is repairing the hole. Beautiful.
Thank you. I think I'm very impressed about the trends and as part of being an accelerator of sustainability and using the 5G and all this cutting edge technology to achieve the smart cars and the green cars. Thank you so much.
It's a vast pleasure. You're
Grazie.
always welcome.
Con piacere. Grazie. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and we have, please tell us more, because you have seen the life period of this material. It can last for 6 years, and this is my colleague Gang. Can tell us more about this material?
Hello. Sure, I'm so curious about all the materials here. They're in different color.
Let me tell you something. Here is the beginning of the
here's the beginning.
Yes, this is a tree. It is the tree for natural rubber.
You want to talk to him?
Okay, and it's called Havea brasilensis. Okay, this tree that is this is a makeup. Okay, takes 6 years to grow. And after 6 years, you start to deliver what is natural rubber, okay?
Okay.
And natural rubber is fundamental to achieve some, let's say, performance on tires. No?
So after this, will be like?
Yes, but just to tell you that the production of each tree is around 20 kilos per year. Then it's very, very few That's why we have to start to take care about this, okay? Then we have several other ingredients to compone a tire, yes, that are coming from renewable or recyclable. Then more and more a tire is, let's say, renewable. There are several ones, okay?
Okay.
But
so I noticed that there are different signs here, right? They're green and it's yellow.
Because green because it's renewable, and yellow because it's recyclable.
It's recyclable.
Okay.
Can we actually open it and then see that? Which one will you recommend? Wow, it's called
Red reclaimed rubber. What it means that when you scrap a tire, you can reuse part of this tire to regenerate and again use it in the tire. That's why it's recyclable.
So
Okay.
you can use it again after it's been used, right?
Yes. And in this concept is natural rubber. Natural rubber is
you want to show to our audience it's a natural rubber, nature rubber.
Yes. In this case, with the right taking care about the plantation in the way that every time that you remove a tree, you plant another 2 trees, then you can be renewable. Okay?
Thank you. These are so amazing. I mean, very different. So our tires here are using different like mix of all these materials, right?
Yes. We have several
We
materials.
have another wall there.
Yes. Because we have also, I think, butyl. Butyl is the synthetic rubber, okay? Because the tire have natural rubber and synthetic rubber.
I see.
But
It's also recycled.
It's also recycled. Okay.
And this one is like transparent, right?
Yes, recycled fibers.
Recycled fibers.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And this is lignina. It's coming from the wood.
It's come
But the wood that you scrap, not the wood because you need to cut the tree,
I
is
see.
what is falling down the tree.
Wow.
Then there are similar, but also the hash of the rice you can use.
Thank you
Everything
so much.
you can collect and make, let's say, the future generation of car and tires will be.
And you were saying that being fast takes time, right? I think that's a
That's
really
great.
good slogan.
That's why, because we need 6 years.
Yeah, and
This is
sometimes it's worth it, all the effort and all
Yes,
the
for
waiting.
sure have to be. For the future of our community, son and children.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Thank
It's
you
a
for
pleasure.
joining our show today. And then I think me and Rachel have to take a tour around the Auto Pavilion, and this comes to the end of our today's live streaming.
Yes, I think green, zero emissions, and sustainability smart are the keywords of today's CIIE.
Yeah, sure. And I think that's all from us, and we'll keep you updated and let us know if you have any questions.
Yes.
And bye. Thank you.
Bye, thank you. Bye.